Well, we go with the Jets electing to receive. I believe they won the coin toss. And
That's correct.
They said,
elected to take the ball first.
we're going to take that ball.
Yeah, they did.
We're going to take that ball and we're gonna do jet-like things, which is when you're playing the Patriots, that means he marched down the field and score.
And this might be 4-down territory for Aaron Glenn.
What do you got to lose?
Who is with the Lions, of course, the last several years. Former number 1 pick of the Jets. Shotgun snap to Fields. Dancing in the pocket, moving backwards. He's going to run to the near side, and he's going to have a first down and more to the 40, to the 35 of New England, and he's out of bounds. Pushed out by Robert Spillane along the near side in front of the Jets bench with another run by Fields to the Patriot 33.
Yes, and that was what we saw a lot of on that opening play. Who got injured on that play, John?
Is it Milton Williams?
Yes, Milton Williams got injured on that one.
Friendly fire.
That wasn't that play.
I think it was.
On the near side in front of the Jets bench with another run by Fields to the Patriot 33.
It was early.
Milton Williams got up limping. He's barely.
Okay, my bad.
There we go. So Justin Fields kind of having his way again, as we kind of knew, not having a lot of success throwing the ball downfield, but picking up yards with his feet.
3 receivers to the left, tight end to the right, snap to Fields. Fakes it inside, runs it to the right. He's going to beat Landry to the pylon. It's a touchdown for New York on the read by Justin Fields.
That is one of the easiest drives we've seen all year, other than Cleveland's probably, where you had wide open guys, busted coverages. They did what they wanted, running the ball. Like, could not stop the run on that drive.
So how'd you feel, Fred?
Oh, I thought it was in the bag. They let Isaiah Williams throw a ball.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah.
And I didn't really know who Isaiah Williams was other than a kick returner. But they let him throw a ball. But,
Fields got a hand on it.
Well, no, that was a great play. That was a great play by, I forget the linebacker in coverage.
Was it Spillane or Gibbons? One of those two.
It must have been Gibbons because it wasn't Spillane.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this, is that I have seen every Patriots opening drive and I've seen every Jets opening drive. And just whoever was worse at it, and it's both of them are bad at it. The Patriots are bad at defending it. The Jets are bad at scoring touchdowns on it. And the Jets, so it was 50-50.
Yeah.
And the Jets scored. And then I was like, here we go. Yeah. I was all jazzed up. I was like, this is going good. No, I knew.
That's 7 more points than you thought they'd score.
I thought that they would cover. At this point, I'm like, they might cover.
Mm-hmm.
I know no one cares. I'm not even talking about gambling, but I thought the best case scenario was that maybe they would cover, but then I didn't think that anymore when the Patriots got the ball. Yeah, Patriots got the ball.
Yes, Patriots got the ball. Now, they got bailed out early on a penalty because the Patriots, they didn't come out looking sharp right away. As a matter of fact, they found themselves with a 4th down situation that I think everybody thought they were going to go for it, and they ended up going for it. But I thought to myself, why do you have to go for it on 4th down against the Jets on your opening drive? Shouldn't this be easier?
4th and 2, 3 to the right. Putting Diggs on the outside. We're making Douglas on the outside of Diggs. Shotgun snap to May. He's looking right. He rears back. He floats one to the right. Pop by Pop Douglas. First down as he's brought to the sideline by Stevens. Tackle made in front of the Jets bench at the New York 31.
It was a great route.
Very relaxed, Drake May, in the first half anyway.
Yeah, very relaxed.
Very relaxed.
Well, they weren't getting any pressure on him. Not that they would have gotten pressure on him on that play anyway, but they were getting no pressure on him in the first half. None.
You could see it watching it on television when he would throw the pass. You're like, oh, this one's going to be complete, just because he wasn't trying to gun it in anywhere. He just okay, this is the receiver, this is the route. It's
no,
an easy throw.
if the pocket at any point was closing in on him at all, he would just escape and pick up a few yards with his legs. Yeah, very low sweat game from him. He didn't have to really do a lot.
No, and especially when you have Trevion Henderson, who is in there doing stuff for you.
They disperse from the huddle with Westover back in as the fullback. Offset to the right of Henderson. Hollins outside of Henry to the left. They will squat under center. He takes the snap. He pitches it near side for Henderson. He darts inside a defender. Spins inside the 4. Driving the pile with an assist. Touchdown, Patriots. He got a from a pair of teammates. He's in for 6.
You got to be happy about this rookie. Showing you the speed a week ago, and now he shows you the ability on his stride to make people miss that spin move.
Yeah, he made Clemens miss. The best thing about this offseason will be when Clemens is no longer wearing a Jets uniform. Between his dumb penalties and his lack of athletic ability, just enough with Clemens. Clemens had an open shot at him, and Henderson then just
kind of went underneath.
I don't know. He ran forward, and Clemens did it and just went, whoa. That was it was impressive how they pushed him into the end zone. Hot take. I didn't think Travion Henderson looked particularly good last night at all. He was fine. He had 3 yards of carry. He had that catch. Mm-hmm. I mean, he didn't look like one of the great backs in the NFL.
So thank you, because I won't even put it so much on Henderson. I'll put it on some of the insistence on running him in between the tackles where he doesn't, he either gets stopped for a loss and it's a yard loss, or he gets stopped at the line, or maybe gains a yard.
But they got to do that to set other things up. Like,
it's interesting you say that. Hardy and I were talking about
Why do you have to do it on first down?
Because if you do it, you can't do it on 3rd and long, and then you can't do it in 2nd and long.
Exactly,
so you got to do it on first down.
Exactly. There are 2 things, and Hardy and I talked about this right before we went on the air. 2 things.
Where was I?
I don't know where you were.
I don't think you were here yet.
You were not.
I was here plenty early. Don't you dare.
John was here early because he's always here early. I got here early today, so we had time for a little visit, a little chin wag.
Maybe just put me on speaker.
Okay.
Go ahead, fellas.
I think you are correct, Fred, and this is what I was telling Hardy, is that, when Henderson's on the field, obviously around the edges, he's got breakaway speed. They have to at least try this. The offensive line isn't particularly great. I mean, they're not moving people all over the place in between the tackles. So, yeah, Travion Henderson gets 1 yard, no gain, but maybe this sets up something play action that they can capitalize on in week 15. They put this on tape. Okay, they're not afraid to run this kid between the tackles. Maybe it's set not only later in the game, but later in the season.
On the Mac, and we're jumping around, but this is what you're saying. On the Mac Hollins long catch, that was play action. Like, in order to set up play action, you have to run them up the middle. So, yeah, I don't think even though Henderson almost busted one, he got leg tackled. But regardless, you got to do that. You got to be able to establish that you're going to do that.
If you run him 10 times a game between the tackles, he's not going to last very long. But you have to at least show it to make a defense believe that you are willing to do it.
Yes.
So that is why, getting back to the original point, that is why you're gaining 1 yard on 1st and 10 with Travion Henderson off right guard.
Couldn't you just tell, like, the coaches and the defensive line of the other team before the game? It's like, hey, we're going to run him up the middle, just so you know. I'm like, oh, okay.
That's what you got to learn from Belichick. That was Belichick's big trick.
And then that way you don't have to throw away first down on every series. It's an idea.
I've also seen games where if it's a close game and a team just keeps doing it, even though I don't think that's why the Patriots are doing it to set up play action, but if you just keep doing it, as the game goes longer and longer, you start breaking those runs. You start getting through a little bit more.
So, let's see if I have Rabel saying that very thing, Fred, because that's an excellent point. He said,
everyone remember this. I've made 2 good points because where the Jets played in the game because I came correct today. I was completely invested.
Watch the entire game. There's only one game.
I watched the entire Patriot games, but not in real time necessarily. In sequence. This one I watched it all in sequence.
I don't have it here, but Vrabel said essentially that Travion late in the game did help them with one of those runs where you try it often enough and eventually you're going to break one, and it helped them keep a drive alive and keep them out of a 4th down situation when, Was the issue in doubt?
Sort of.
Sort
Not
of.
really, but sort of.
This is where I thought that things were pretty much in the bag.
Snap to May. Looks to his left. He pumps. He throws. Fulton in the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots. And who caught it? Travion Henderson. A hat trick for the rookie.
I don't play I don't play fantasy football, but who's got that kid on it, man? 3 touchdowns tonight, you're breaking records.
Did you have Trevion Henderson on your fantasy team, Fred?
I had no one playing last night.
Oh, I know you're making trades. Yes,
But I'll tell you this, is that he did have a very good fantasy night, but again, I mean, I just looked at the TV, and they're like, the highlight of the game is Trevion Henderson had 3 touchdowns, and that's a lot of touchdowns, but I don't think Trevion Henderson had a great game.
No,
And this is not a hot take or hating. The Patriots looked great. Trevion Henderson didn't do anything particularly outstanding.
the opposite of that is Drake May had an excellent game.
Yes.
You look at him, he only threw that 1 touchdown pass, but once again, creating plays on the run, willing to take a shot to deliver a pass, and that touchdown by Trevion Henderson to make it 21-7. A couple of plays by May on that drive to extend things and find receivers on 4th down, on 3rd and long. Stephon Diggs in the hole of his zone. And by the way, we had Phil Perry here say, he has trouble when the opposing team drops it into coverage. Jets tried that.
They did try that.
And May was able to complete passes and move the sticks. That's the guy who had the really good game last night.
It was funny because what Phil Perry suggested, it seemed the Jets were doing. Now, I've not watched the all 22, but they certainly weren't blitzing a lot.
But that's the thing. That because Phil said that, I looked for
Same
that
with
last
me.
night.
Yeah. Well, I was also
the Jets tried that.
When they didn't get any pressure, I also started seeing if they were going to start blitzing, and if they were. You can tell if they're in man, obviously, when they put a man in motion. Like there's things that you can tell.
Well, Amazon helps too. They let you know who to be looking for.
Oh yeah.
Even when they're not playing, even when the quarter's over. Did you see that? Like a quarter will be over. Like when the Patriots let the first quarter run out or something, something like that.
Yeah.
And then the quarter runs out and they start walking down the field in the precious seconds before they go to commercial for the 100th time, and 2 red circles were around 2 guys as they were walking down the field.
Well,
Like
they might do something silly when they're walking down the field. So keep your eye on these 2 clowns.
Yeah, I mean, it's very primitive technology if you think about it. There's not a whole lot of those red circles didn't teach me a lot last night.
Well,
I think they were random at times.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm just saying is that when they were walking down the field at the end of the first quarter.
Not even that, but when the play's about to happen, you got guys that were nowhere near the line of scrimmage that had red circles around them.
Well, there's a red circle around a guy. It's like, oh, watch this guy because what's he going to do? Well, he's going to show blitz, but then he's going to
drop back in coverage. Why put a red circle around a guy who's not in the picture?
Because they're not mind readers, John.
That's my mind.
They're not prophets. They're just throwing some circles out there. You don't have to stare at them.
My God, am I playing a video game? Wait a minute. Is this Madden?
Well, I mean, they know the popularity of Madden, and that is why they do it. But you know what you could do with that is that if they're moving Micah Parsons all around the field.
Yeah.
And you put a little circle on him and it says Micah Parsons. And so if you're a fan.
If Myles Garrett is moved from one side to the other.
You go, there's Myles Garrett.
Give me a little circle around that guy.
That wasn't last night.
No. I found that to be, and I like that crew. I don't mind Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreit. I think they're good. It's not their fault. It's just I didn't understand this use of technology. It wasn't teaching me anything. I could be taught. There's plenty of things they could teach me. It did not happen last night.
Well, did you have a special feeling, Fred, that something might be happening after this play?
And now the Jets with a 3rd down and 6. They have gone 0 for 4 on their last 4 third down tries after going 4 for 4 on their first 4. 3 receivers wide to the right. Tight end stands up left. Davis to the left of the quarterback and taking the snap fields, drops back, shovels back, slides left, dancing in the pocket, throws it to the near side. It's caught. Wide open Mechie, and he walks in for a touchdown. He got lost in coverage. Woodson, the safety, late in coming over, and the former Houston Texan has a touchdown for New York.
21-14 at that point.
Woodson fell down. That didn't help, and the blitz didn't get there. That was also a problem on that play.
Look, Fields there's a lot. He probably shouldn't start again for this team, as you've seen for yourself. But he did put the ball in the air, and it did move through the air a couple times.
If they were able to get 4 yards or more on first down, Fields was fine. If you put him in 2nd and 10 or 3rd and anything longer than 8, there was a big problem. Except when the Patriots played man and did spy him, where he was able to scramble for 15 yards and a first down, which happened 3 times, I think, in the game.
Yeah.
Including on one big play. They could have put the game away.
Well, Borregales had a chance to add to the lead earlier on a 45-yard field goal that was no good. From 46, how would he do?
And here comes Andy Borregales.
It's a bummer. You were rolling there. You get the sack, and then you get the pressure.
Who missed from this exact spot. Or maybe a yard deeper, in fact.
Oh, and he took a shot.
Kicking toward the lighthouse at the end of the first half. He missed a 45-yard try, wide right. Again, kicking toward the north end zone. Now he lines up for a field goal try from 44. Same hash mark, snap, and the spot. The kick is airborne to the uprights. The kick is down the middle. It's good for Borregales. So the Patriots expand their lead to 10. It's 24-14 New England. 12:06 to go here in the fourth.
I like the long lead up. It's like reading the intro to a novel.
Tension. You got to draw out the tension.
We were going through the Patriots game. We got to the Borregales 44-yard field goal. That was good. And what happened from then on there, Hardy?
Oh, Patriots won.
Very good. They did. They did.
Not great, not spectacular, but good enough. It was a work through. It was just a get through this type of game.
There was a turnover late. Now, if you're asking yourself, was it a Patriots fumble and the Jets recovered to get their takeaway number up to 2 on the season? No.
Justin Fields at work. Deep in his zone, and he drops the snap, and Fields is in trouble. The ball is still loose. And the Patriots seemingly have it at the 10. New England takes over.
Dumb teams do dumb things.
Uh-oh, that's not nice.
That's not nice at all.
You see the stat afterwards? Fields has more fumbles than any other person in the National Football League since 2021.
All right.
48 of them.
Don't pile on, John. But when you're talking about, like, not great, they got the win because they recover that fumble and they're close to the goal line, what did they do with that good fortune?
3 and out.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 and out. Borregales, another field goal. That was pretty much the tenor of the night. The Patriots had a lot of chances to turn this one into a blowout and didn't. They had a lot of chances to stop the Jets on 3rd down and didn't, and kept Justin Fields and that offense on the field for longer, and they were able to run a lot of clock. It was just one of those nights. The weird stuff happens on Thursday night to begin with, but Patriots didn't play particularly well.
I would like to push back on Fred's assertion, though, that Trevion Henderson didn't have a great game. I think as long as when you get the ball that many times, when you don't cough it up, when you score 3 touchdowns, and yeah, you get pushed in M1, but kept his feet, did everything he could on some of those play calls, which I didn't love. And last week, Fred, I have to bring this up, when he did squirt loose on a couple of long runs. That didn't impress you either because he said there was no one there to tackle him. So
I didn't say that didn't impress me. I said when you're in short yardage where you're lining up to stop someone and he gets past the first line, then he's gone. I didn't say that didn't impress me.
Well, I was impressed both weeks. I was impressed last night. I don't think it was a world-beating performance, but based on what we saw earlier this season with Ramondre Stevenson and his inability to hang on to the ball at times.
So you're saying he had an impressive night because he didn't fumble?
That's part of it, yeah. It's not going to blow you away when you look at the numbers, and you're right. He ended up with, 3.2 per carry?
What was his long gain last night?
Henderson's long was 9.
9 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, 19 carries for 62 yards, 5 catches for 31 yards. If you take away the touchdowns, which are more a culmination of the drive and May getting them there than anything else, take away the touchdowns, what would you have said if I said Trevion Henderson ran 19 times for 62 yards and had 5 catches for 31 yards?
I would say he was fine.
Mediocre. He was.
I don't have a problem with the way he played. They're just from the limited post-game, afterglow. I've just seen a lot about him having a great game. I didn't think he had a great game.
It was fine.
Yeah, I thought he was
fine. And look, as a Patriots fan, I'm very happy they won. I'm very happy this kid is playing well. He's got 5 touchdowns in the last 2 weeks, and he's the breakaway back that they thought they drafted. But just a snapshot of last night, he was fine. It wasn't spectacular. That's all.
I mean, I thought he played better last week. I never said he didn't. That's odd because I never questioned his performance last week at all. I just was stating that these things, and you have to be fast and you have to be able to do it. But if it's obviously if it's a 4th and 1 and the team's all out selling out to stop you at the line of scrimmage and you get past the line of scrimmage, there's no one there. You have to outrun like one guy, which is hard, and it's hard to get through that line. That's just how you bust through, how those long runs generally in short yardage situations bust through.
Maybe it was your tone.
I suppose, but I mean, you've been holding on to that now for 4 days.
No, I just thought about it after you mildly poo-pooed the celebration on this Friday that is of Trevion Henderson.
Look, the Patriots played very well last night. The game was never in doubt. The defense played well. They allowed some long drives, whatever. The Jets scored 14 points. You can't be upset about that. And just the only thing is that when I came in, every TV shows Trevion Henderson because I guess Trevion Henderson.
It's kind of it's the easy story.
It's the easy story, and I just said, and I'm just saying, and I don't even think you disagree. I don't think that it just wasn't like this great performance. He was good, and he certainly carried the offense for portions of the time in terms of the times he's touched the ball. He didn't do anything that I thought was, oh wow. He could have, but he got leg tackled on that 9-yard run. He could have, if that tackle's not made and the guy's on his ass that makes the tackle, that could be broken for a touchdown.
Yeah, last week was far more impressive than this week. Far more.
Yeah. I don't know what's going to make you happy, Fred. I don't think talking about this guy is going to please you either.
And they worked with 3 receivers to the wide side right. Kyle Williams split left. Drake May, left foot forward, sets the protections, points left to Quincy Williams, takes the snap, 4-man rush, double clutches, backs up. Now he runs to his right, throws on the go, finds Hollins middle of the field, runs it right to the 30. He's brought down by a pair at the 26, but it's a first down catch and turn for New England with Adams among the tacklers for the Jets.
Tony Peaks brought me down to the strip club with a pair. It's a nice suitor. It was on Jenny Jones. No, Mac Hollins has been great. It's just, my point is that your team is good when Mac Hollins is playing this
Drake
role.
May did that a handful of times last night. It's not the receiver, it's the quarterback. That's something that if you had never seen the Patriots play before last night, you took away from last night's game.
I think it was the next throw to Hollins that he put way upstairs and Hollins had to elevate for it. Now he's 6'4".
Yes.
And that helps. But that was a better play by Hollins specifically on his next reception than that one was. He found himself at alone in the middle of the field, raised his hand, and May got him the ball.
Fair, but the overwhelming majority is May.
May's the reason this team's winning. Justin, go ahead. Their defense has been good, but May's the reason they're winning this much. Justin, go ahead.
Hey, thanks for taking my call. Big win last night, and I know there was a run early in the game where it looked like he was going to fumble it when they were going down to the goal line, and he did a good job of kind of holding that in. I feel like if that was Stevenson or Henderson early in the year, that ball would have been on the ground. And just a quick thing on why do they put all these divisional games on Thursday night? Those are the most important games for teams, and it kind of puts both sides at a disadvantage. And you'd think that with the emphasis on divisional games, you'd want to have, the teams as rested as possible and be ready to go for that, because the Thursday nights, I don't think are a good solution for divisional games.
No.
I think it might be in an effort to help viewership on Thursday nights.
It's more entertaining. That's why. You have bad teams that have a chance on Thursday night.
Yeah, the NFL's not interested in competitiveness in time windows. I told you, I heard the guy who's in charge of the NFL scheduling, and they're like, well, if you send teams to Dubai, you're obviously going to have to give them a bye week the next week. And he went, no. I've rarely heard anyone just swing it around as much as this guy. They're like, so, the Vikings are playing 2 games overseas. He's like, yeah. And then they come back and they're like, he's like, yep.
Right. Yeah, they're not concerned with it being a fair test of football. They want the most eyeballs on it. I remember years ago, it was John McClain in Houston. There was a Houston, I think Jacksonville game that was coming up on the next Thursday night or something, and he predicted. He said, that's not just going to be the worst game of the season. That might be the worst football game of all time. And that's what you kind of got used to on those Thursday night matchups for a while. And the league has probably said, oh, let's make these some divisional games. Let's make them a little more interesting. Wow, the teams are on short rest. So?
Yeah, they should know each other well.
We don't care.
It's a short rest. Maybe that game, if that's on a Sunday, is a bigger blowout. All right. I mean, they covered, and the spread was 12.5, so, you needed that last field goal.
For all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.